Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'm doing a little YouTube blog on how to build the Jack Skellington costume, or at least my way of building it. I'm doing this because I looked all over the web and I didn't find any good tutorials on how to do it, so I did it myself, and I'm going to give you a brief little rundown. We'll get to the helmet in a second. I think the most important thing with him is proportionally, he's a huge guy, so I grabbed a pair of drywall stilts. These are on eBay. These are some of the better ones, Marshalltown Skywalkers. They ran about $200. You can get them a little bit cheaper, but I got these because I knew I was going to be running all over town in them. So let's strap these up. They had they're like little robot boots, but I found out they fit perfect over the stilts. I ripped out the electronics in them and spray painted them black. Got some matching fabric for my wonderful Gap cargo pants, and just sewed as best I could some coverings over the bottom. So I'll strap up the knees and whoops, there should be first. I'm having a little trouble with the elastic down here, but I basically put a cardboard tube over those and just kept it as tight as possible. Anyone with any sort of skill in sewing would do a much better job than me, but that's what I got. Bust these on. I strongly recommend doing a little practice in them before you set out. Last year I was tearing up and down in them quite a bit, so I got conditioned and used to them, but this year I didn't put them on until right before Halloween, and man, my legs were killing me the next day. So, get these guys up. And again, just elastic is your friend with this. Got a few pieces of stray. So, footwear is down. Let me figure out how I'm going to get up here, and I'll show you the rest. Instant presence. So, okay. Over here, I'll give you a little rundown. Now, originally I tried to stick to the theme a lot more than what the final result is. I was gonna do, you know, a tuxedo shirt, pinstripes, bat bow tie. I wanted to light up his eyes and all that. But with these proportions, it just looked weird. I did so many dry runs, so I kept it simple. I whipped out a little dickie made out of gauze. I wear my vest sometimes I don't. It gets really cold here in Ashland, so I'm going more for warmth for wool than anything. And got me a tailcoat. I looked everywhere for a good costume tailcoat. Couldn't find one, so I ended up ordering a real Butler's one from England. So I think that'll work. Little ambiance. Again, I was going to make a coat out of something more ripped up and tattered, but it just wasn't looking good. So I ordered this creepy cloth from Oriental Trading Company, and I sort of used that as a scarf. It actually helps seat the mask a little bit better on my shoulders, which it's a horrendous balancing act being in this costume and being half blind in that mask. Not to mention the contacts are blinding me too. So that helps. Anyways, I searched long and hard for some good gloves. And finally, I found these on a website called Vamp Fangs. They're the ones that sell the really sweet vampire fangs you see everywhere. They pretty much make the best fangs in the business. So if you get on their website, you can find these. These are great. You can grab and feel just fine, which is an added bonus when I catch myself from falling over in the middle of the night. Longer to put together than the rest of the costume. I had no idea how to do this. And I think anyone that tried looking into building a Jack Skellington costume found out pretty quick that the masks they have of him out there are just a freaking joke. They look like Jack Skellington's, you know, inbred brother from Kentucky. The guy, he just looks goofy. So I ended up putting this together, and I'll give you a quick rundown on that, which was, unfortunately I don't have a lot of photos of it, but I can tell you what I did. I went to the store on Halloween and I grabbed a pumpkin. I grabbed many pumpkins and I kept like holding them up to my head, asking my friend, do you think my head would fit in this? Do you think it fit in this? So I found a good oblong one, and a lot of people use like beach balls and stuff, but again, it looks like his head's made from a beach ball if you do that. So I got a good pumpkin. I used some modeling clay just to give him the features, the brows and the nose and all that. And then I just began coating it in layers and layers of plaster. So gauze, spackle, anything I can get my hands on. And he's about a ½ inch thick now. And so I waited till that dried. This was a really long process. Wait till it dried, and then I just cut him out. I cut all the pumpkin out, yanked it out. Again, my buddy John painted him, and then I coated him in layers and layers and layers of resin. So I love this mask. I think it turned out far better than I could have hoped. And just for safety's sake, again, I'm on stilts. It's late at night. We're rolling through downtown Ashland where everyone's going crazy. I'm like, I pretty much figured I was going to crack my skull open. No pun intended. So I shoved my old skateboard helmet in there and epoxied that baby in. It sits a lot better on my head that way, and it also protects my head from the many falls I had. So anyways, before we go out for a little stroll, just to give you an idea of what it looks like in action, I wrote all this stuff down for you guys. Quick rundown of where I got everything. Everyone asked, so I thought I'd lay it all out. Vamp fangs, I got the gloves there, I got the contact lenses. Not really with the costume, but everyone wants to know. Oriental Trading's where I got the creepy cloth. You can take it or leave it. eBay, I love eBay. I get everything on eBay. Got the tailcoat, I got those Disney robot boots, the cargo pants, the model stilts I use are Marshalltown Skywalker stilts. Again, they're a little more expensive than most, but they work way better. And then just miscellaneous stuff at the art store, plaster, cheesecloth, a lot of resin, and a lot of epoxy, modeling clay, gauze, skateboard helmet, paints, elastic straps. They came in really handy, really handy. Get a bunch of elastic. And you need the pumpkin for the molding. Just if you guys want to see more pictures, that's my MySpace address. Just Darth Aries, or look up Remy in Ashland, Oregon. And thorough person that I am, I itemized the list a bit on this last one, just to give you guys an idea. It wasn't a cheap costume. It cost me a few bucks. But it's great. Once you have the stilts, man, you can variate them however you want. You can do. I think I'm going to go as a Grim Reaper in a year or two. So yeah, it ran me about $500, but it was well worth it. So anyways, I could use some vaulted ceilings in here. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Into my dirty kitchen. Well, hot. Anyways, once again, I'm Jeremy, and this is my Jack Skellington costume. I hope this helps anyone wanting to build one. So, thanks, and happy Halloween.